Eren and Ari. How are you?
So doing so well. Thank you. And it's awesome
Amazing.
to talk to Dread Central. We're very excited as genre heads, so it's really cool.
Very cool.
Awesome. Well, I'm so glad to talk to you about All Fun and Games, which is definitely fun in a really kind of messed up sort of way.
That's great. That's
Yes.
I mean, like, I
yes.
just watching this, it feels very much like a very good Halloween movie. Like, this is a very good Halloween vibey, and I don't know if you meant it to feel like it was set on Halloween, but it has like that Halloween vibe to it, and I really love that. And so I wanted to hear how the two of you came together to create this story about a cursed knife and some teenagers in Salem.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So the script came into Agbo, which is a company that I work with. I've been working with the Russo since 2010, so dating myself there.
That's wild, by the way. Congratulations. Like, whoa.
Yes, nobody's got that kind of job security in the industry. It's crazy. But yeah, they that came in early on, and and Aaron and I have known the Russos forever. Aaron and I met on the set of Community in 2011. He was working with Joel McHale, and I was working with the Russos, and we started out writing together, and ultimately started directing together. And the Russos saw our short film, The Bride, which is a bit of like a horror spaghetti western mashup that we did back in I think it was 2018.
Yeah, we'd love to. Yeah, you should check it out. It's
Check
really
it out.
cool.
It's on Alter. It's a fun one.
Oh, hell yeah. And Alter's the coolest. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay.
And they were like, this is really cool, guys. Like, why don't you guys find something to direct as a feature, and we'll support you guys. And we loved ultimately the initial hook of All Fun and Games, which was a demon that forced kids to play a twisted version of childhood games. We thought it was like sort of instantly relatable, and also just like an amazing elevator pitch kind of idea. And what Aaron and I did was, as writers and directors, we tried to find a way into the story, and which was really for us, it was through our characters, and we did a lot of work making them relatable and grounded. And we looked at movies like mid 90s and Eighth Grade and Lady Bird, and we really strive to add an authenticity to that. And also one of our North Stars for that was, the kitchen scene in ET with the mom and the kids having pizza, and we're like, okay, that is our North Star for what this family should feel like. There is this trauma that they've been through of dad leaving and abandoning the family. And it's left this rift in the family, but we wanted it to feel very real.
And then we wanted to smuggle that into kind of this idea of a genre film that really is kind of like several genres. It's like almost like it's like possession genre, and then it turns into a slasher movie, and then it sort of goes into this sort of astral projection, demon, demonic realm, thing. And so we love movies that sort of transition through different genres. And I think for us, it was the tension of this coming of age story with horror, and we like to say to everybody, our department heads, was Amblin meets John Carpenter, was sort of the way that we really wanted to try, obviously be ambitious or whatever to achieve that. And I think that was really like our way in. And then on top of that, the backstory, the mythology, which interestingly started out as very much like we were going to reveal it, this idea of the son of a supposed witch, who is tormented and bullied, which we felt was a perfect parallel for right now. I mean, when you go back and do your research, it's like all the witches in Salem were basically single mothers. So it was like, okay, wow, this is still happening. And so it was actually Joe Russo who had the idea of like, no, let's bring your backstory that you guys came up with up, take the specificity into the movie and set it in Salem. And and the knife was actually, Joe is the one who really wanted a relic. And we were like, okay, well, what if it was Daniel
Oh,
Humor? And spoiler alert, but that was kind of how we just sort of spun off of our own. We always come at it from sort of both personal and cinematic inspirations. Like, how are we able to crack it?
yeah. Well, and I make the comparison I'm gonna make is Stranger Things is always like in the zeitgeist. Obviously, of Natalia Dyer in this movie,
Yeah.
but I think what you gave me a vibe, like a Stranger Things vibe, but also the kind I want, which is way more violent. But that's because I like more kids in peril, and this is a movie about kids in peril, and I love when movies are not afraid, especially with Daniel's character of like putting him in really bad danger and like really threatening. And I love that in this movie, and I love the way you hit that with your and the way you talk about your characters. and how they're very grounded and how they feel very real. And I wanted to hear more about directing your incredible cast through these characters, because I mean, like, Natalia Dyer, and then you also have Shiloh Molina as Daniel, you have Asa Butterfield as Marcus. What was it like working with them? Because they seemed